In this how-to video, I will explain changes to the assignment folder and restrictions on file types for submissions. Changes to the assignment folders are being made at the end of this semester, fall 2021. The current version of how you add files and modify them is being updated. It will no longer be available next semester. This is being referred to as the new Create Edit experience. You can still toggle between the two through the end of this semester to see the differences, but it will be a permanent change as of next semester. Go to the Assignments page, choose a folder, and Edit Assignment. At the top of the page, you will see a small down arrow. This is where you can see the two different versions. We will be focusing on the new version. The features are basically the same with some upgrades. On this main screen, you will see a window for availability dates and conditions, submissions and completion, and evaluation and feedback. You will also see a new toolbar where you will add and change files and audio feedback. Let's start with availability dates and conditions. This is where you will now find Special Access, the tool that lets you extend the due date for a student. It works the same. You choose the new date and select the student from the class list. You just get to it at a different location. The biggest addition is under Submission and Completion. There is now a feature to restrict the file type in an assignment folder. It automatically defaults to no restrictions. If you have your own individual assignments, for example, a presentation where you require a PowerPoint, or maybe a video where they can upload an MP4 file, you can tailor that folder to meet your needs. You can leave it as default, but you may continue to get files in unacceptable or undesired formats. However, we are taking advantage of this new option. Think of the times that you had to contact a student who submitted a Pages file or a PDF or some other type that was unreadable. This will now prevent the student from submitting an invalid file type. In all of the course masters for the upcoming semester, the required assignment folders have restrictions of .doc, .docx, and .rtf file types, which are Word files and acceptable word processing software file types. If you choose to restrict a folder for yourself for one of your personal assignments, like the PowerPoint referred to earlier, simply choose Custom File Type in the allowable file extensions and add the format types. Make sure to include all versions of a software. For example, .ppt and .pptx, which is the old version of PowerPoint and the newer version. The Faculty Innovation Center can help you choose which extensions you should include to ensure that you allow all those that are valid. The valid file types show for the student by the Submit button. If the student attempts to upload an invalid file type, they will see this message. It is important that you emphasize this early, perhaps in emails or announcements. We will try to help by editing the assignment directions page to include the error message as an example with an explanation. The other major change for the assignments edit page is where you will change and update a file attached. Let's say we find an error on a worksheet and you want to replace the file in the folder. Now you will use the cloud icon to upload to the folder. You will get the same dialog box as before. You'll choose Course Offering Files if you saved it to Manage Files. Otherwise, you would choose the location of the file. The process is the same. The other change is where you would add an audio file. Here is what you can do to prepare for these changes. Review the new web page to get familiar with it. Think about personal assignments that you may want to restrict. Think about how you will reinforce the file type restrictions to your students. Consult with the Faculty Innovation Center for help. This is the reason we import your shell for you before the semester starts, rather than having you import your own from a previous semester. We make all of the fixes in the content, attachments, links, and new features like those discussed here. Thank you for watching. If you need assistance, here's the information for the Faculty Innovation Center to get help.